Same kind of thing, some rhythmic, using the palm. Go ahead and come up to the ankles. Oftentimes when we have pain in the bottom of the feet, it's actually coming from your calves or your muscles across the shins. So you need to also give the lower leg attention to release the pain that we're having in the bottom of the feet. As you are working on the calves, do remember that most people's calves are very sensitive. I'm going to go ahead and slide between Cody's feet and give myself a little space so he knows where I'm at. For Cody, I know that his legs are really tight, so I'm just going to sit more on my feet. If your receiver would like more pressure, you can go ahead and stack yourself more on top of your hands. As you're moving up the calves, if you find something nice and dense, you can kind of hang out. Josh, when's the last time you've done some Thai massage? Been a while?
A couple years.
Yeah.
Probably.
Met Josh over at the Thai Jam back when we used to do it in person.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I can't tell.
Yeah. Josh was my favorite trade partner. Back then he was a music teacher. Do you do any music anymore?
Not right now. I'm taking a break.
There you go.
Mostly just writing.
There you go. Taryn's never given any Thai massage, so I like how it's going to have an authentic give.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we want...
Memorizing everything, right?
Yeah.
Paying attention.
So we're going to skip this area right behind the knee. And we're going to go right above it and press into the hamstrings. We're doing this just to give, the back of the body a little... Your knees feeling funky? Okay, perfect. Yeah, and go ahead, receivers, if you feel your knees are funky, go ahead and adjust your legs in the way you need to. The last thing we want to do is cause any issues with the knees. So we're just going up to the hamstrings, giving them a little softening. Start working your way back down. Today we're doing 2 30-minute trades so that you can feel the work and give the work. Do a little bathroom break in between, switch up partners. And we'll do a second trade. So Cody's legs naturally rotate, his toes rotate in. So if your partner has something similar to that they rotate in or out, just be aware as you are working. And also be aware of what you're feeling underneath your hands right now as you're working the calves. When we were preparing to start the recording, I already started to soften Cody's legs a little bit. I can tell this left leg is still a little tight.
Yeah, that feels awesome. I just got back from a trip to Italy, so I was
sensitive?
walking like 20,000 steps a day, so I think this is much needed.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Just need me to lighten up a little bit, Cody? Okay. Everybody's ability to receive pressure is different, but pretty generally most people have sensitive calves, very tight.
Do you notice it any more in the left and the right?
Kind of similar.
Yeah.
I always just fight through the pain toward me.
Start making your way back down towards the feet. Working these arches. I'm using the thumb, the pad here, and I'm kind of pressing and spreading open. But everyone does things a little different. You can see how Josh is doing his a little different. Do what feels good for you. Be creative. The only wrong way to do something is if it's hurting either you or your receiver.
And the more parts you learn to use, the less tired you get.
Amen. Mm-hmm. As I'm pressing, I'm kind of going towards the outer edge of his feet, just warming everything up. Just follow where your receiver's tension is. You feel some tense, thicker muscle. That might be a good place to kind of hover and hang out. So once you get down to the toes, we can go ahead and flip our receiver over.
I'm going to see you flip them over.
All right. So just let your receiver get settled. Are you comfortable there with the body pillow? We're going to stay right here at our receiver's feet and kind of get a grasp on the heels. And you can do a nice traction back. We're not muscling through. We're just using gravity, just sitting back on your feet. Stretch your neck out a little bit as a giver. Give yourself some space. Let your arms stretch. Have a little neck adjustment there. You can reset. Come back and do another little pull. This is some great traction. They'll feel this in their low back. If your receiver's not wearing socks, you might be doing a nice little slide on the feet. That's good. As long as your receiver likes it, good stuff. It's breaking up adhesions. So go ahead and bring the feet to the floor right next to you. I use my hands. I use my thumb, actually, to be exact, as I'm pressing these lines on the feet. I should have specifically asked Robert for that image, but just imagine your hands will naturally fall on these lines. And so right now I'm starting on the most medial line of the foot. And I move slow and rhythmically. It's a lot easier to release things you're holding if your giver is kind of rhythmically going in and out. Pressure good, Cody? Cool. So after you get up to the toes, you found some spots, you might hover and kind of like hang out.
Do the spots just feel more dense?
Yeah, more dense. You can feel like the tightness in the bottom of the foot. I'm going to go back to the heels and start a new line. I'm going to start just a little bit more towards the midline of his foot, this next line.
This feels way better than the pedicure massage I had earlier today.
I always wish I could go in there and consult and just be like, here's how you should massage my feet and lower legs, please.
Yeah.
Less bones, more muscle. You can sit here and do some thumb pressing to the heels. But if your thumbs are hurting, give them a break. Don't do anything that feels bad. You can use more of your palms if you don't want to use thumb press. You can even come to one foot. Work a single foot in an area that you're finding. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm like, I want to get off my feet. So we're just going to sit on our bottoms.
Is that too intense, or is that pretty
No,
light?
that feels wonderful.
Feel in the middle, like
Take a little more.
How about you, Cody?
It does feel-
You want more pressure, or is that good? I typically know with Cody, I should probably always take it back a half step. So you can see Josh has switched over to his elbow. He's doing some elbow points in Taryn's foot. That is awesome. I never use my thumbs anymore doing mat massage. These bad boys are just pressing like nobody's business. When using your elbow, make sure you use the flat part. Be careful of the points. Some people love that point. I'm going to switch feet and go to this other foot. I'm just doing some pressing along his lines, rolling his foot open.